Good morning, Technosphere. And as usual, it's not morning. God, my tooth looks particularly terrible today. Can you see the spot on my nose? Massive, isn't it? Massive. Anyway, so today I was going to return to my morning musings, and I have. It's just not morning, and that's fine, because I don't mind being functioning in the afternoon. And so what I'm intending to do is go back to my investigations of the people that run the 100 companies that are fucking up the planet. Because with their CO2 emissions. Because a little while ago, someone I know posted a thing on Facebook that I'm looking for my Rizzler. And very, very annoyingly, oh, there they are. Somebody I know posted a thing on Facebook, naming the 100 companies and saying that it was all their fault, that the planet was dying. And I thought, well, the planet is dying, and the people who are killing it have names and addresses. So I've decided to investigate who they are. Now, I looked at Bob Dudley, who was the head of BP, because he was number one on the list. And actually, now that I remember, what I was doing was I was doing it country by country. But I have changed lists now, which is a bit confusing. And so I've got a different list, and there's a different person at the top. And well, I'm going to have to start again. I'm always starting again. So today I'm looking into the list as published by The Guardian. And The Guardian lists company number one as China Coal. And their percentage of the global greenhouse gas emissions is 14.32%. They're like way ahead. Way ahead. So China Coal, just to give you a kind of comparison as to how ahead they are, Saudi Arabian oil company, Aramco, which is the next highest, they are 4.50. So China Coal are out there in the lead, mashing up the place. Now, so I thought, well, let's find out who China Coal are. China Coal Company. And from my initial Wikipedia search, I can find two companies. There's China Coal Energy, and there's a China Coal Energy Company Limited, and the China Coal Corporation. I don't know if they're the same thing or not. So let's see what Bloomberg has got to say about it. China Coal Energy. But we'll start off with the China Coal Energy Company. What I'm trying to do is find out who the head. Well, I'm trying to find out if these two are the same companies, or if they are the same companies with different heads. God, I'm really talking shit today, aren't I? I really can't make any sense of anything. So I'm looking at the China Coal Energy Company. And it's got 42,194 employees. Here we go. So the head of the chairman is Li Yanjiang. Li Yanjiang. He's the head of the the China Coal Energy Company Limited. And let's see who the other man was. China Coal Corporation. Let's see if it's the same company. They like to make it really confusing. China Coal Corp. Here we go. We're going Bloomberg. Because Bloomberg, they know about stuff. And then they talk about the business. What the China Coal Corporation. Okay. Okay. The China Coal Corporation is a mining company. And the China Coal Energy Company, it mines and processes coal companies. So there's two companies. I'm not sure what the scenario is with either of them. Let's see. Oh. Okay. Bloomberg doesn't tell us who the head of the China Coal Corporation is. And it doesn't tell you how many employees it's got either. Let's find out who the chairman of the China Coal Corp is. I wonder if they'll tell us, because it might be a secret. Oh, the chairman is somebody called Wang An. So, I'm guessing that when The Guardian lists China Coal as the top producer of CO2 emissions, they must be adding the two together. So, we have Mr. Li Yangjiang and Mr. Wang An. So what the plan was I was going to look into these people one a week because they're not very interesting. And they don't usually have much personal information. So you can tell where they work and you can find out where they live, but you can't find out anything much else about them. So I'm going to start with Wang An. And because he's come up first on Wikipedia. And Wikipedia, well, let's put, I'm not going to look at the company, I want to look at Wang An. Let's see if he's on Wikipedia. Oh yes, he's got a wiki page. He's got a Wikipedia page. No, I can't find him. God, it might be because I can't spell. I wonder what he does. I wonder how old he is. Well, I can't find him. I can't find him. Oh, China Coal Corp. Okay, well, let's go to Wikipedia. They're always a good place to look. So I'm trying to find out who Wang An, the head of the Chinese Coal Corporation, is. It's a publicly traded company. It started on the 16th of December. There really is not much information here about him. It doesn't say anything about... The parent company is the China National Coal Group. So I suppose that the China National Coal Group must runting for both these companies. And I'm not doing very well finding out about Wang An. Let's have a look at their official website, because maybe that'll take... Sometimes on their official website, they like to blow the trumpet of the head honcho. And of course, it's in Chinese. But it's okay, because there's Translate. And it's saying it's translated. But it doesn't tell you about the company structure at all. That's very odd. So, no, can't find out anything about Wang An. So I'll do that bit more research when I'm not sat here staring at a screen, because I'm bored now. And I tried to have a sort of relaxing morning this morning, and I did rather well. And I was drinking a coffee in the sunshine by the canal and reading a paper that was given to me I bought off a homeless man the other day. And the thing is, there was an article in it about the art world, and it was talking about how the amount of money that people are paying for art has gone up. But less people are buying it because it's so expensive. And basically they were saying that it's the art dealers that set the prices of shit. And which causes all kinds of fuckery. They described the art industry, the art sales industry, as like the nervous system of the world business scenario. Because basically, when people need to not spend large amounts of money, the first thing they stop buying is art. And so rich people, buying less art than they normally would signifies slightly in advance that things are going to go tits up soon. And, well, it wasn't particularly cheerful reading, but it was informative. And it did make me think that it's true. We do prostitute artists in the most disgusting way. And actually, let's be honest, they prostitute themselves, because who is going to turn down the big fat check? No one. Not Banksy. Not Tracy Emin. Not any of them. And not me. I just ain't been offered. But it was really interesting how this article was pointing out that this massive zillion, billion, trillion pound market is supported unconditionally by all the underpaid, poor, fucked up artists, promoters, gallery type people who provide the baseline from which the cherries are picked off the cake. And I thought that was rather interesting, and it also made me understand a bit more how important it is to demonetize the creative process, which is obviously fucking impossible if you're trying to be a practicing artist and sell your work. However, the monetization of a thing puts it into the hands of the elite, mainly because they've got the money. And if the art of the world, which is the soul of the world, is sold into the hands of the elite, which it is, it will die, like everything does when you put it in a bubble with no light or air. And really poignant pieces of artwork lose their potency when they are traded for figures with multiple zeros. And on that note, I'm going to leave you. I'm sorry I've been so dull this morning. And I'm going to try and make corporate research more interesting tomorrow. I don't know that I'll be able to, but I will try. And I will try and have some juicy personal information about Wang An and, what's his name? Li Yanjiang, to share with you. You never know. Might even find a photo.